Hello and welcome to another episode of Crypto Therapy Live. I'm your host, Mati ALLin, and I've got good news. Today I bought my freedom, and you can too. I want to just explain for people who are new why crypto is such an amazing opportunity in order to retire early and to be able to give back to the world and live the life that you've always wanted to live. And so let's get into it. Here's the intro, and we'll take it from there. Now, not everybody has been studying crypto and economics for the past 4 years like I have been. And now that I'm being more open with people from my past, let's say, about my crypto journey, it's been really exciting. I've been posting on my personal social media. Yes, that Mati ALLin is my first and middle name, but not my last name, right? And so I've been putting it out there that I'm in crypto. In the past, Facebook had been shadow banning me whenever I posted anything about crypto. So I found a way with my social media skills to put a post out there that people would see, and it's been overwhelmingly positive to share with people that they too can retire with crypto. And then in my case, my plan is to found a technology company that will be helping to spread mental health. And so that's what this channel is about. And so I wanted to share the big news with the community because that's what the HEX community really is. And I'll explain some of my deep psychological thoughts here about why crypto is something that can lead to freedom and why do people get into crypto. So I think people get into crypto not because of the technology, but because really of three reasons. People want to get rich, right? And you guys are being too kind in the comments here. I appreciate it. People want to get rich, right? And people are not happy with the current financial system where more and more money is being printed, which is subconsciously robbing you, right? That's what inflation is, and when prices go up. And the other reason is because people want community in their lives. And so that's why we've seen Dogecoin go to the top 4. And everybody in my personal life who I've been telling about crypto, a lot of them, they're assuming that Dogecoin is how I was able to make enough money, right, to start a company, to work for myself. Oh, and by the way, even though I won't be retired until the end of the month, I'm already feeling massive health benefits. It's amazing what a psychological relief it is to be financially independent, right? Especially from the financial system too. And that's what decentralized finance really gives us, is a lot of hope for the future. And there's two possible outcomes of technology infiltrating every layer of psychology, and that's that we could end up with a utopia or a dystopia. And I think the defining factor is going to be how we, the crypto community, can include all people in the world. I think it's a core human trait for people to want community in their lives. And so it just so happens that HEX, now being again in the top 15 cryptos, right, but still being gate kept by all the exchanges. I mean, that's what got me into streaming in the first place. I put my face on camera and I started getting the skills that I needed in order to try to entertain and to educate and to help people, because exchanges and middlemen were not listing HEX. I knew that the founder, Richard Hart, was trustworthy. I knew that he had released many self-help videos himself. And so being able to look at the code and to understand how HEX is set up with optimal game theory. I mean, I've done literally hundreds of hours of streams already, explaining all the intricacies of HEX. But at the end of the day, HEX is something that pays trustless interest. And so that means that without loaning your money to someone else, you can gain interest, or you could pay inflation depending on whether you're willing to time lock your coins. And it just so happens that whether you keep your coins liquid or if you time lock them, either way, the price in US dollars, it can go up significantly. We saw Bitcoin is up 5 million X. So for every $1 you put into Bitcoin in 2010, now all of a sudden you have $5 million, right? And so, you know, if you were paying 3.69% inflation on those gains each year, you know, you'd still be up 2 million X. So it's fine if you want to hold liquid HEX, but the real way to send money to your future self is to time lock your money. And that's a new concept for a lot of people, but that's crypto therapy right there. Right? Because therapy and crypto, not many people see them going together. So I guess for those of you who are in HEX, maybe you realize it, maybe you don't, right? That you're actually doing yourself a solid. You're actually helping yourself out a lot by sending money to your future self by performing this time lock. And there aren't a whole lot of certain things in life. It's important to remain flexible. But there is one certain thing when it comes to game theory, and that's that governments are going to keep up the old games they've been playing, printing lots of money and devaluing your money. Every 10 or 15 years, your savings get cut in half if you're not investing them in risky companies, in a rigged financial system, right? And so even the Bitcoin space is filled with middlemen now. And it wasn't like that when it started, but the banks have got their claws inside of crypto, and they think they're just going to keep lying and people are going to keep buying it. But the one thing that they can't fake is community. I don't know, maybe they can fake community, but community is our greatest ally because that meets a basic need that people have, right? When we think about those basic needs, people have a need for socialization, for love, for food and water, you know, and resources. And so that's what it comes down to. So I've been overwhelmed by all the people reaching out to me on social media, on my personal accounts, and I'm just so excited because now I'm starting to see the power that because my money is working for me, now I have more time to pump my own bags, to take care of myself, to set a good example, right? And to really see how I can work more to make the world a better place. Uh-oh, it looks like I just got raided by hexologists because I see a bunch of people coming in on Twitch. Welcome, welcome. Gosh, I'm in the middle of this big speech here, and I'm so glad everybody joined. Speak of the devil, here comes the community, right? And that's what I've been speaking about is how powerful community is. That's why Doge has a big following. That's why Elon has a big following, right? That's why Saturday Night Live has a big following. People like to laugh and feel like they're included, right? Sports fans, crypto fans, right? Everybody has a tribe, and I think Hex is positioned well to grow our tribe more than any other crypto, in fact, because the majority of people in the world are not in crypto, and they certainly have good reason to not be in crypto because crypto is getting corrupt as fuck. So, you know, good thing Richard Hart came along. You can't hear me? Have I been talking to myself this whole time? Wow. Let me double check my settings here because I didn't do that before I started. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm not using my super expensive.
Mic. It was connected to my headset and not my mic. Wow. Okay. I was I mean that should be like a lot better than it was before. I hope I didn't blast anybody's ear ear canals out, eardrums out. That's it. It's an eardrum. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. People can hear now. Even better. So you're not just staring at my beautiful face. You're out here being able to hear me and hear what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I'm saying is there's a community of people out here that are ready to welcome everybody and anyone into a crypto that can change your life. And the more that Hex gets adopted, the more that's going to give resources to people who have been trained in self-help and who are wanting to make the world a better place. And so welcome to your future or current retirement community. We're so happy to have you. So, Hex is up, I don't know, 100x on average, 50x for, 13, 14, 15 months. Maybe 5x since the big payday or something. So there's been a lot of dips, a lot of buying opportunities. Hex has gone down in the past year. It's gone down to 0.3%, and now it's up over 2.5 cents, almost 3 cents. And during that time, there's also been 40% APY generated on top of that. So these mechanisms in Hex to make you rich are there to be a force multiplier and to really make a difference. So we will continue educating everybody about how you too can buy your financial freedom with Hex. And I'm not a financial advisor. I am not performing therapy with you right now. This is free speech and entertainment. So don't lock me up, SEC. I'm not worried about it though, because I'm pretty sure free speech is part of the Constitution. So just something we have to say, don't go gambling away your life savings. Invest in yourself, right? And so that's what I did with Hex. Freedom. How's it going, David? Let's check in with the community here. Hex Mao, hola to you too. Freedom for all. Speaking of which, Freedom TV, Viva Mati ALLin. Thanks. Yeah, I'm alive. Let's see. Galactable, Russ, good to see you. Piston broke. Freedom is awesome. Yes, I agree. Good to see you, Bran. Lewis Hex, no one like Mati ALLin. You made me light up when I saw that comment earlier when I was trying to give my monologue. Let's see. You're too kind, too kind. Yeah, of course, I'm doing a stream with your brother on Saturday to talk about Hexakin.Vegas, the first mass hex meetup. And that's another way that the community is going to celebrate our past year and a half of broadcasting and investing and trying to make the world a better place. I can't say that enough. Let's see. Saying hi to the other people in the chat. Russ is saying, Maddie, founding a company doesn't sound like retiring, but the financial freedom may allow you to help change many lives for the better. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Speaking of changing lives for the better, has anyone on here ever heard of Omega 369? Well, that's my favorite thing to talk about when it comes to therapy, because it's what's made the biggest difference in my life in order to have my prefrontal cortex working better, which is the part of your brain that's responsible for all your financial decisions and stopping yourself from doing impulsive behaviors. It's related to emotional regulation, problem solving, all the things you need for healthy, happy relationships, for positive behavior change. And so literally taking just fish oil pills every day, it's so important to your body's physiology that 25% of the weight of your brain is supposed to be omega-3. And it helps insulate the electrical wires in your brain so that they don't leak electricity out. And, I thought I was being pretty successful in life before I started taking omega-3 back about 4 or 5 years ago now. But then it was like an explosion of positive behavior change once I started taking it. So there's been no doubt in my mind, especially because I've worked with so many clients over the years that I encouraged to take omega-369, and then their lives changed too. So if there's one thing that you could do for yourself out of 11,000 hours I've spent helping people as a therapist, that is the number one takeaway I can give you. There's many other things that we'll cover on this channel, but that is the most important one, is take your fish oil. Let's see. My future self is getting my current self a lap dance. Word up. Hey, Max, Hexfish, Zarov, good to see you. Mr. Contrarian 369. I got the mic working now. And welcome to all 90 people watching live and the hundreds watching the replay. Motley, the investor, he told me to fix my lighting, so it's a little bit better today. I don't have a light shining through my green screen, making it look all holy. So that's a positive, always trying to take it to the next level here. Can we speak briefly about the outlook of price in HEX in the coming months or two? Like real numbers wise. Well, the reason that it's so hard to be sure whenever you're investing is because you have to make the decision for yourself. You're the one who's responsible for your own money, right? And so I'll give some qualifiers before I go about telling you how I'm making my decisions. So I think, and I can tell you some news of what's going on in the HEX system, but first I kind of want to talk just about what your mindset and what the different factors I consider are. So it is impossible to know what other people are going to do with their money, which is why trading a crypto can be so risky, because if you're trying to know what other people are doing, it's going to be very hard. But we know that emotional regulation is key, because people, when they see the price of something go down, the majority of people are more likely to sell, right? People watch the price go up for so long, then they get attached to the number that was the highest they've ever seen. And then all they're trying to do is watch the number over and over again. It becomes kind of addicting. And then what happens is the number goes down because it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? As price discovery is happening. And so high volatility in the crypto markets, right? And then people sell because the number goes down and they're scared, right? It's called fear, uncertainty, and doubt for a reason. So, what I did is I practiced only buying on red days, right? And that was difficult to do. It hurt me physically. You'll hear me talk about it time and time again. The physical reaction that I have makes me sick to my stomach to buy when the price is down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% from all-time highs, right? So that's why I had to train myself to do that, and why I had to set it up as a training exercise and really turn off the worry centers in my brain, right? Have that moment of clarity. Some people can do this with limit orders now on Uniswap V3. And so that's another way to pick your price. Now, the reason why some people ape in, even when it's at an all-time high, is because people don't want to get left behind. And so another strategy that a lot of people use is dollar cost averaging. That's admitting that you don't know when the price is going to go up, but that's okay because you don't. So that's important, right? It's important to know all of your options, and then you make the decision. I'm not going to make the decision for you because I don't want you getting mad at me. Real talk. So you could get mad at me for not telling you to buy or sell, but don't get mad at me for losing your money because I'm not in charge of your money. Now, that being said, so the way I'm dealing with my money is I think HEX is going to do well in a bear market. I also think that no matter what the price of HEX, because it's designed to pay you to time lock it, now I don't have to worry about you buying and selling all the time whenever you're playing the optimum strategy, which is to make a staking ladder. What I did, I started off, or how I would do it now, not necessarily how I did it in the first days of HEX, right? 500 days ago, 550 days ago when HEX was getting released. I didn't know, right? It was a different system back then in the sense that it wasn't paying as high of an APY as it is now. It wasn't paying as much interest to time lock. So the way I would do it now is I would start off with my first investment, probably have a couple $100, doing a 15-year stake. Then I'd do another investment at 10 years and then another at 5. And then I would keep some liquid. So that would be my 3-step ladder, right? And then I would keep educating myself, and I would participate in the community, and I would start onboarding other people. If you want the price of HEX to go up because it feels good, or because you want to sell to have life-changing wealth, first of all, you're going to sell for something else, and it's probably not going to do as well, right? But all those factors aside, onboarding is how we make the price go up, right? So when you support your YouTubers by hitting the like button and by hitting the subscribe button, by sharing the video, by pounding the like button on Twitter, by following the links in the description below, that's how we're going to get adoption, right? Got to click those links. Got to tap that like button, right? So onboard people, write up a summary. I wrote a summary here that I've got exactly how I would recommend somebody new to get into HEX, because it's not it's not easy. You can't just go to Coinbase and buy HEX. Now, when you could do that, it's probably going to be, the price is probably going to be a whole lot higher. I think the outlook in the next month or two of HEX looks pretty good, because I know a lot of people who are selling their houses to buy HEX so that they can buy Pulse, which is Richard Hart's next big release of a crypto. And HEX is worth $15 billion, right? And HEX was launched less than a year and a half ago, right? So people are really excited about Pulse, and there's going to be a buy-in period called the sacrifice chamber that starts in about 1 week to a month or two, depending on how long it takes Richard to set it up. But that's why people are buying HEX now, is because they're going to use the HEX to buy Pulse when it first comes out on the market. So that's why we've seen the price of HEX double in the past week or two, right? And that's why it looks so positive going forward. I think it's very unlikely for Richard to sell HEX. And we got an OA audit too recently here, where somebody went through all the addresses in HEX and realized that maybe the origin address, or Richard or whoever it is, owns about 95% of the supply of liquid HEX. And that's a beautiful thing, because that's a huge supply of coins that's not staked. So it's going to us, the people who have time locked their coins. And that's that's an amazing and generous thing. There's been no evidence of a single HEX ever being sold by the origin address. The origin address has lots of other crypto coins that they own. So I think that's why there's so much confidence in the market right now. I think so to review, or to keep talking, basically, right? Don't invest more than you can stand to lose. And understand that the markets are uncertain. But after that, thank God that you're early in HEX, is how I see it. Good question, Mike. Thanks for being here. I am muted. One Hexy Mofo. How's it going? Lots of emojis here. We got dog emojis in the chat. It looks more like a pug than a Shinu Izu, but we'll call it a Doge either way. Puerto Ricans incoming. Hey, how's it going, Aiden? Identity Block, good to see you. Balliot Brand, Mel of Tony, Mr. Contrarian. SNL is not funny though. That depends what they're talking about, I guess. Dr. Moore, good to see you. Let's see. Okay, sound better. These are the, AirPod Max Pro or whatever it's called. They have a microphone built in, but it's not as good as this microphone here. Okay, everybody can hear me. Perfect. Sounds better. Smooth as butter. My voice on this microphone. Let's see. Sound changed. More bass now. Sounds better. Well, now we have a really good sound comparison, don't we? I heard the beginning. Pulse about now sounds like a Staker class mic. Well, there you go. Staker. Go to dollarhex.com to download the Staker app. All good. Earlier you sounded good. Right on. Hex streamers. Here, thanks to Hex streamers. Oh, who post when we're live. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Crypto Learner. Feel free to turn on the notifications if you want, so that you'll know when I go live directly. But we really appreciate. I always, I don't thank them enough. Thank you, Hex streamers. Hexstreamers.com. if you, on your iPhone, if you go to the little share button on a website, then you can add an icon to your home screen. So it makes it look like it's an app, but it's really a bookmark. And so that's what I do to pull up Hex streamers. I just tap on the button on my home screen. Nice little life hack for you. There's probably a way to do it on Android too. I just don't know. Youngest retirement community ever. I love the sound of that. Sup, young players? Extraordinary crypto. Good to see you. In tune, ATT. Good to see you. Hex Bull Run. T shares, B shares, M shares. Yeah. M share stands for Mati shares in my system. Hey, by the way, crypto DJ Matic. Yo, I just discovered that. It is amazing. You guys got to check it out. It's like all of us streamers talking about Hex. Really awesome sound bites. Mixed up, turntables going. Check out DJ Cryptomatic on Twitch. Now I see what all the hype is about. That's awesome. We are the new whales Richard designed the product for. Exactly. Yes. Hex Dolphins. Give a woo woo. That's what's up. Sammy Chica. Hey, I got to tell you, I really loved this stream with Richard the other day. You did a great job. And yeah, I mean, you guys were on there for 6 hours. That's a lot of quality time with Richard. It was, I think it was good for the whole community. And hey, Nate, how's it going? Good to see you too. Awesome. Hector the Protector. What's up? Oh, just living my best life out here. You need face paint from Braveheart when you yell out, freedom! That movie came out a long time ago, but I know what you're talking about, I think. Is that like, yeah. Let's see. Hey, Maddie, how's it going, Stu? Missed it. What company am I starting? Well, it's already started, right? Because that's what I'm doing here is I'm educating people about mental health, people who are part of a crypto community. In the future, I want to make a program, an app for people being able to pay themselves for behavior change to improve their behavior. And you can read all about it in the article below called 3G Crypto Hex Fixes Mental Health. I spent like 2 years writing that in my head and then a couple of months writing it in real life. And hopefully that's helpful for you to give you an idea of what I'm working on. And now I'm going to be able to devote even more time and energy to that. Let's see. What brand of Omega 369 do I use? I'm happy to tell you. I'm happy to give you a link. I don't have a referral link, so you're going to get it at same price as anybody else can. I'm putting it in the description here. The Amazon link to say it's the Sam's Club brand members mark Omega 369. Yeah, it's a let's see, 325. So that's gonna last you about 6 months for $25. Not bad. Let's see. Crypto Gains Club, how's it going? Hexander, how's it going? For those of you who don't know, Hexander designed one of the two different graphics for Hexagon.Vegas, the first Hex Mass meetup. Maddie, I stopped taking Omega 3 for the past 3 weeks due to that documentary, but the past 3 weeks I've been in a worse mood, so I think I need my Omegas back. Thanks for the enlightenment. Well, I can't always take a deep dive into every a documentary about the sea, but I have talked to some other members in the community who pointed out that they did the research, and this type of omega 369, I mean, omega 369 in general, isn't poisoned with metals from the sea like most of the fish are. And I know documentaries, sometimes they can take things a little bit farther than they really should be taken. And I think maybe someday I'll make a documentary about why we can all just take omega-3 and get along. But yeah, until my documentary comes out, I guess you'll just have to take my word for it that I did follow up on that to some extent, and it looks like it's okay. So I also think it's very interesting that you can tell a difference during 3 weeks, because I think omega-3 is helping more than just insulate the electrical wires, which is more of a structural thing, right? When the oligodendrocytes myelinate the axons in the brain, right, with the myelin sheath that's made from the omega-369, that takes 2, 3, 4 weeks for them to get their job done, right? That's an infrastructure type of operation in the brain, right? It physically changes your brain for the better. And so it doesn't make sense to me that would deteriorate so quickly. I mean, people say all the time that they notice the difference in their behavior when they stop taking it for even a week. And so at first I thought, okay, so it's people are just having bad days, and that includes not taking their omega. So it's kind of false causation. It's correlation, in fact, right? That you're just having a bad day, and you were already out of energy, so you didn't have enough energy to take your omega-3. However, omega-3 turns out probably also helps with blood pressure, with other things. It's not a replacement for blood pressure medicine. The only warning on omega-3 that I know of is that you shouldn't use it. If you're already on blood thinners, then you should talk to your doctor, because blood is naturally a little bit too thick. And so omega-3 can help bring it down a little bit into the ideal level. If somebody's having that normally slightly high thickness of their blood. Other people, it's way too high and they need special medicine, and then you don't want to bring it down too far to make your blood too thin, because then you could bleed out really quick, or if you get a cut, or you could pass out, right? You could faint by having low blood pressure and stuff like that. So got to keep that blood pumping well, right? And that's exercises, even in another way to have your body's cardiovascular system in a really good place. Thanks for the question. Real numbers for the next 2 months. I know my T shares will pay me at least 600,000 hex. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Wonder how much that is in old fiat dollars that the world used to run on once upon a time. Times, we'll say 2.5 cents. 2.5. Ooh, $15,000. Wow, look at that. In 2 months, might as well multiply that by 6 and call it $90,000 a year. That's what's up, Trustless. I see you out there getting that interest. Keep up the good work. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Absolutely. We often help others before we help ourselves, but the best way to help others is to help ourselves first. BG Hex, good to see you. Buying Hex on red candles gets you the money printer for less than the last guy. That's right. Identity block. Yes, sir. Let's smash the likes. I love it. Thanks, guys. Okay. Great to have a good elevator pitch for Hex. Work on it. Just the basics. My elevator pitch for Hex is Hex is a 4D money printer that allows you to send money to your future self through the fourth dimension by time locking. And Hex pays interest, 40% interest when you time lock. And, Bitcoin went up 6 million X, but most people, they sold when it went up just a little bit because it created life-changing wealth when it could have created generational life-changing wealth. And all you had to do was hold or forget about it, and you would have been way richer than the last guy. And so that's why time locking Hex seems like such a good bet. Maddie, what is your opinion on the sacrifice period? I'm going to trade it just like I did in Hex. When Hex first came out, nobody knew how great it was. Hardly. And we were all super uncertain, but we buckled down and gave it a shot. So that's what I'm going to do here too. Add Hex details after they show interest in onboarding. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So that's how you do your elevator pitch. Cool. Yeah. I think, just like you said, refining your elevator pitch, that is what's going to get the job done. Tell them about sudden wealth syndrome. Well, that's right. You can see my whole stream that I did 2-3 weeks ago on sudden wealth syndrome. And that's something that we can be learning about as we've time locked our money. Now we got to sit around and wait. You could be learning. You could be learning ways to prepare yourself to be the best version of yourself possible and be prepared for life-changing wealth if it comes your way. If it doesn't, well, not all preparation is successful. Some is done in vain, but I think it's something that happen. It's good to put in the work, right? Especially if you're planning for success. Otherwise, you're planning for failure. Pulse will be known as new hexagons. Tweet SNL's Twitter. Elon is filled up with hexagons. So Motley the investor is doing a Twitter campaign. He's at Motley Investor on Twitter, and he's campaigning to get Elon Musk to say the word hex on Saturday Night Live. I think it's important to shoot high and have high goals. And so I already went out there and retweeted and liked that. I think everybody else here can too. I mean, I guess, I've done campaigns like this. I was tweeting at Lex Friedman right before he decided to invite Richard to do a stream. So that's a nice, audience of 1 million super smart people who watch him. So people supported me on that. So I want to support Motley here, especially because he came on Quant Gang. Well, not especially, I'll support Motley no matter what, but he came on Quant Gang this week. Let's see. I'm going to put that in the comments. Let's see. I'm going to find the exact link. Hopefully. There's he's been busy. There's a lot of tweets here. There we go. Copy link to tweet. There we go. We got 85 people watching. We got hundreds of people watching on the replay. Go ahead. Let's get this. Let's get the retweets above 107 that it's got now. Let's get the likes above 193 that it is now. Oh, wow. I've got breaking news for you too. This is super timely. Oh, I have to find. Oh no, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared, everybody. I think it's bookmarked. This is really good. This is breaking news. Oh, it's right here. I am prepared. Just kidding. Let's see. Share screen. It's going to take me a second. Let's see. Okay, so this breaking news has to do with how Elon Musk got so obsessed with Dogecoin. This is good. A member of the community sent me this, by the way. I also want to shout them out. Let's see here. This was submitted by a member of the community. Marco. Yes. Marco the Glass Hexagon. Thank you so much for bringing this story to me. I know that you wanted me to talk about it on Quant Gang when we were having so many thousands of viewers tune in for that. But I didn't see the message because I was busy running the stream. So here we've got HEX Therapy live, Crypto Therapy live, whatever you want to call it. Breaking news. Here we go. Okay, so according to Vexty, who is a sleuth on crypto Twitter, a short story about how Elon Musk got catfished into pumping Dogecoin by some tech bros. Wow. For clarity, Elon Musk occasionally pumped Dogecoin in the past. However, things ramped up this winter and spring when several very attractive women were suddenly enthusiastic Dogecoin supporters on Twitter. One of these accounts is It's All Risky. Elon Musk interacted with this account on several occasions as she encouraged him to pump Dogecoin. And Elon did pump Dogecoin repeatedly. He seemed to really enjoy interacting with It's All Risky. So I took a look at the first accounts followed by It's All Risky. A bunch of young tech bros. Then I traced the profile photo. It was popular on Tumblr some time ago. It's the photo of a young model in Italy. I found the source photo on Instagram. Funny, she never once mentions Dogecoin on her hundreds of Instagram posts. So, either this model started her Twitter by following a bunch of random tech bros and dedicating herself to Dogecoin, or a bunch of random tech bros stole her popular Tumblr photo and successfully catfished the richest man in the world into pumping Dogecoin. It should be noted that several more Dogecoin pump accounts popped up within the same time frame. Some of these are clearly related to each other, some are not. Anyway, not financial advice, but maybe don't buy dog meme money pumped by frat boy tech bros. Crazy. Can you believe it? I can believe it. Yeah, look. Proof is in the tweet, you know? So crazy. I love the internet. All the supporting evidence. There she is, kissing some ancient philosopher, you know. That's awesome. So I liked it. Here, I'm retweeting it. I wanted to talk about it first. I retweeted that. There's not that many people who know. There's like 120 people who retweeted this and 250 likes. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for coming to my Doge talk. Should I be holding E? Slash E. I'm trying to think of what that means. Ethereum, holding Ethereum probably isn't going to give you much pulse. We don't know though. A lot of people are holding HEX so that they can buy pulse with it when the sacrifice period comes out. Funding Jim, good to see you. As always, I've been watching you on different shows and enjoying your insights. Thank you. And ETC, now that's Ethereum Classic. And then Ethereum, what's the difference? So the difference is that they forked. And there's a really good website where you can learn about this. Let me try to find it here. Basically, Ethereum Classic didn't roll back the chain. Somebody exploited a smart contract that had a hole in it. And so I think it's probably just on the regular Ethereum Classic website. There's like a timeline of what happened. Okay, ethereumclassic.org. That's where you're going to find like the history. And it's going to walk you through all the events. I think that's the right place. It's going to walk you through the timeline and everything of what happened and give you all the details there. So yeah, you know, I held some Ethereum Classic a year or two ago. I just noticed today it's been pumping, you know, it pumped up from like $8 to $140, you know, but that, I mean, it goes up and down. I think because Ethereum's doing so well. Listen, Ethereum Classic has been hacked more times than I can count on all my hands and toes. So that's why I don't mess with it. That's why I dumped it. Even if I bought it for $10 and I sold it for $10, I may have even sold it at a loss. But I'm pretty sure what I bought with it at the time was Bitcoin or Ethereum or HEX, and all those are up way more. So I'm not going to beat myself up over not holding something that didn't go up as much as other stuff. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that I noticed that today. All you Ethereum Classic holders out there, you know, your pump is in. So not financial advice, but maybe it's time to ape into HEX finally. I'm going to be a big pulse whale. There you go. Hex Monkey, how's it going? Hee-haw, Hex fam. Hey, Liberty, good to see you. I really enjoyed you on Discourse Syndicate the other night. It was great to see you there and to learn from you. Thanks, Maddie. Love your work. Really loved meeting Richard. Yeah, very good. Let's see. You know, Johnny, I'm good. You know, like I was saying, I'm going to come visit you sometime so I can buy some face paint from you. Maybe you could show me how to use it so I could get the perfect Braveheart thing going on, and then we could do a stream together. You know, I'm in the Midwest, so that's all I'm going to say. Let's see. Oh, a comment from me. There we go. What do you guys think? Should I change my name to Mati ALLin Crypto Therapy Live? I'm trying to appeal to a broader audience so I can onboard and pump yo damn bags. Don't want to get a reputation for being too kind in the chat. Well, okay. Yeah. I would say mean things about me, but it's okay. Nobody's judging you here for being too nice. How's it going, Wales? Gosh, I know I stream every week at the same time, but I didn't put up my stream ahead of time, so I know we kind of conflicted, and so I went a few minutes early, and I'm probably gonna wrap up here as well, so that you can get your stream in, and then I know Crypto Knights of the Roundtable, they're streaming on Thursdays now because we always go for 5.5 hours on Tuesday nights, which was their old night. So I know that that the community is going to be tuning in to your show and their show. We got so many great streamers, and really, I love listening to streams live because then I get to interact and I get to put in my 2 cents and interact with the other members of the chat. Sometimes the person who's doing the stream is reading the comments, so that's exciting too. Other times, I like to listen to something at 2x so that it takes half as much time to listen to. So you really can't go wrong either way. Tothchild from T-Hex and Pulse, blessings and thanks. Good to see you too. An emergency stream. Well, I love that. Well, I'll tune in. Brand of Omega-3. iBuy has mercury removed on the label. Oh, Tarnwig. That's super helpful. Thanks for letting me know that's an option to search for. He's reading the Twitch chat, I believe. Well, I'm reading all the chats, actually. They all conglomerate. I even had a comment from somebody who's on a ferry in Thailand, Abundance Man, on Tuesday, on Periscope. And Molly, the investor, was like, I didn't know Periscope still worked. And I was like, I never took it off, so boom. Thanks for reminding me to take my 369 anytime. Guy, thank you for researching the source of Omega 369. My pleasure. I learn from other people and learn from research studies and all kinds of things. Thanks for sharing the link. Anytime. My pleasure. Finn Razel. Woo, let's go. Let's do it. You ran. Maddie, saludos. Hello to you too. So, I saw so many new names in the chat on Tuesday. It was great. I loved it. Check out Tuesday nights, Quant Gang, or you can watch over 50 hours of content where we will educate you on psychology, economics, and business, all things crypto. Quantgang.com. I love earning HEX while I surf. Well, that's the way to do it. HEX is a digital piggy bank. So Johnny's elevator pitch here. You send money you don't need now to your future self. You are rewarded greatly for your wait. I disagree with this, but HEXLion said he is forecasting the HEX ETH version to go down while HEX Pulse will go up. Yeah, nobody knows how that'll play out. So I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to keep holding both. I am not going to get lost in the trading of that. I mean, and besides, like, a lot of our coins are locked anyway, so just going to get a copy. Invite Richard will be awesome. To what? What are we inviting him to? Let's see. Okay, we got that tweet. I understand why one would take their HEX ETH out of the ETH chain for Pulse. Well, you're going to get a copy on the Pulse chain, so you'll have both, and then you're not going to know which one is going to do better. So that's why I'm going to hold both of them instead of gambling, because I've heard smart people say that they think one's going to be more valuable than the other, and I've heard it both ways. So huge gains in HEX are great, but the HEX community may be more valuable. To be honest, great bunch of mofos. I agree. Okay. I'm glad you like Hex or you like Richard Hart so much and Hex. No worries. I don't care if people comment in other languages. Uh, Rub-a-dub pub. Simped for Doge. No wonder. I believe it. What's up, El Hexadente? Or that's Elon's burner account. Well, it's got the. I mean, it interacted with his real account. You're saying that Elon could have created the fake account that he himself interacted with. See, that's why I love this community. Y'all are smart, taking it to the next level. Action item: get female hexagons to start pressuring Elon. That is correct. If that's all it took. Hex ladies, do your magic. How pathetic. Either he fell for level 1 catfish or he made a burner account to interact. Either way, he's a tool. A lot of people like him. That's a nice quote. Don't buy dogecoins pumped by a bunch of frat bros. Correct. Yeah. Bad move, Elon. I watched him explain Neuralink and he can't seem to articulate it all. I was surprised. Yeah, I haven't watched a Neuralink video of his in about a year, so I think there are newer ones I need to check out. Has anyone interviewed this model to verify the facts? Someone put Nerd Girl on the assignment to interview this model as a dogecoin bridge building stream. I love it. Yeah, that's a genius idea. Somebody, well, I'm sure many of us will reach out to her on her Saturday morning stream. She's going to stream, like she always does, I believe, on the Discourse Syndicate channel, Saturday morning, Building Bridges show. And then I will stream after her. So Big Pep goes first. You got a Saturday morning lineup. It's better than cartoons for some people, not for kids. But you got Big Pep streaming on Saturday morning, first thing. Then you got Nerd Girl on Discourse Syndicate. Then I'm doing a special pop-up show at noon Central with T-Money to do our third update on the Hexakin.Vegas trip. DAO hack. That's what, I should have remembered that because that's the reason I got my first ETH for $13 and, lost it in a boating accident. Actually, it's just still there. I just have to remember the password, But I wanted to buy into the DAO because I read about it in The Economist magazine. RIP. All of the above. Ethereum Classic is pumping because Robinhood listed it. There you go, Dr. Moore. You're welcome to visit, Maddie. And Crypto Coffee is just down the road from here too. Nice hotel 2 miles from the studio with a water park in it. What? That's what's up. Doge's Crypto's Yoko Ono. Yo, Gretchen Hayes with the excellent point there. What's the Omega-3 link? Oh, I've got it right here. Let's bring it back up. I have just added it to the chat again. Satman Wag. I like your name. Let's see here. Naruto for the win. Good to see you. Pirate flag. Always flying those pirate flags there. The 2 greater than the value of the 1. I like that as a simple explanation for what you're getting when Pulse Chain launches and you get a copy of your Hex on Pulse Chain and get to keep your Hex on ETH at the moment of the snapshot. Good day, y'all. Hex Inix. Those frat boys paying off their college loans. That's right. So thanks to everybody for joining me on this 1-hour stream. I really appreciate it. The community is what a lot of people are here for. Let's go ahead and raid the next show because I'm going to be watching, or maybe I'll even go on the show with Whales Only and Access Alive. So let me go ahead and pull that up here, and then we'll get everybody switched over to that. Here we go. And then don't forget to watch Crypto Knights of the Round Table. Here we go. It's amazing. We have 80 people watching this live. We have 80 people watching that live. We've got an awesome community. So this is an emergency stream that Whales Only put on. I'll jump on there. That way I can ask them for an update, and then all of you can get updated too on what they've been talking about and what this emergency update is from the Hex Quant himself, Whales Only. So I will follow you over. You can follow me, or I could follow you over to the next show. We did Hexo rated me. Now I'm rating Whales. Maybe he'll raid Crypto Knights of the Round Table, and we'll call it a Thursday night. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next week, and so it'll be Saturday stream, noon Central. Tuesday stream, 7 or 7:30 Central, and then right back here about 7 o'clock Central on Thursday. For Crypto Therapy Live, peace out, y'all.